Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Atom Economic Zone AEZ Quadratic Funding Program Round 4 Demo Day. This is the first demo session. We've got a number of projects over the next few days that we'll be demoing to you because we've narrowed down the field of projects for the AEZ Round 4 to a few finalists, and it's now over to you, the community, to decide on how the funding is distributed. Just a reminder, the AEZ grant program is a long-term funding program on DoraHacks with the goal of providing funding to app chains and public good projects in the Cosmos ecosystem. For each round, there is 8K Atom up for grabs, and 31K USDC. So pretty huge prize pools. And to get involved in the Atom distribution, you can donate your own Atom by partaking in Quadratic funding. All the Atom you donate will be received by the projects that you vote for, and that will also is the way in which you cast your vote for that project to designate what share of the prize pool they get. And there's also the Macy round, which is running simultaneously up until the 15th of November. So if you're an Atom staker, you're automatically whitelisted to the Macy round. So head over to dorahacks.io/AEZ, connect your wallet, and you will be whitelisted if you're an Atom staker on any validator. So head over before the 15th of November, check out the builders that we have in round 4, and cast your votes to determine how that 31K USDC is distributed. So a big thank you once again to Cosmos Hub for the Atom, the 80,000 Atom provided for the whole of the AEZ Quadratic grant program that we have over 2 years. And also a great shout out to AA DAO and Dora Factory for providing 200K and 111K USDC for the total prize pool. So without any further ado, we're actually missing a couple of grantees today, but we have one returning grantee in La Multisig, who will be talking to you about their project today. So are you ready, La Multisig?
Yes, of course, I'm here. So
okay, you can go ahead with your presentation.
Perfect. So, hi everyone, my name is Milstein. I am from Argentina, specifically from Buenos Aires, and I want to show you why Argentina and Latam is the opportunity for Cosmos ecosystem. First of all, I want to thank you, AA DAO, and obviously DoraHacks for this opportunity. This is the third round that we are participating on the AEZ Quadratic funding, and we are really appreciating the support that you are giving to us to spread the word and make Cosmos more knowledgeable in all over Latam. So, Latam is the next Web3 hubs of the world. We have more than 670 million, and with a huge volume of USD. And the fact is that we had a lot of crypto users in our continent because of the economical crisis that we have been fighting all of these years. In Argentina, it's a very special place, and we believe that it's becoming a Web3 capital. And maybe you know that recently, last year, we chose a new president, Javier Milei, who is very friendly with new with technology and with new economic systems. And obviously, Bitcoin and crypto is one of them. And this is a consequence because he's a very special man. And this is a consequence of living with very high inflation, with capital controls from the government that forbid people to access to dollars and escape from the peso, the one of the worst shitcoins in the world. But that's not also the things that make Argentina special for Web3. Also, we have a very huge Web3 builders community most of them from the Ethereum community, but other ecosystems are started a few years ago to have presence in the landscape. But Cosmos wasn't one of them. That's why we are trying to change that, and that we are working every day to solve. As I said, the Argentine community is characterized for being very passionate, and we have a very huge amount of developers, builders, investors, merchants, and enthusiasts that use crypto every day. But let's talk what we have done so far since we were participating in the AEZ Quadratic funding rounds. We have been community partners in Cosmos Medellin, in the Nebula Summit in Brussels this year, and also in Aleph Ciudad de Crecimiento, which is a huge event here in Argentina that took place in August, and that was pushed by Protocol Labs and many other partners. And the idea of this initiative is to create at first it began as a pop-up city, but the idea is to have a place, a Web3 hub in Buenos Aires to foster startups and to solve the economical problems that Argentina has. And so this will be this movement is still being taking place here in our city, and it will last for the next few years. At least for the next few years, there is a hub that makes that they allow people that is building in Web3 to have a place, an office to work every day. And so that's what I said, that Argentina is becoming a Web3 hub, and it's being pushed by not only from Web3 projects, also from the local government, the Buenos Aires government. But let's keep moving. On August, we host, along with Nose Guru, Blockchain Bridge Virus, an event with workshop talks and discussion panels. We had 150 attendees, and also we streamed the event and had 350 viewers and in live in that moment. And was a very nice event. And we, as I said, we received many people, and it was like an event that was having projects from the Cosmos ecosystem, but also from other ecosystems like Solana and like Sui. And the idea was to have both projects and people building on all these blockchains to have a discussion about which is the best technology. But obviously, Cosmos was the best option on the place. We also hosted Cosmos Buenos Aires along with the Cosmosverse team. We had 180 attendees and more than 500 viewers via streaming. And Akash and Keychain were main sponsors, and it was a great day with a lot of people, and the ambient, all the things that were going on the event were amazing. This was the first Cosmos, or like official Cosmos event in Argentina. We were very proud to be part of that, and hosting and inviting all the community and to be there was very, very grateful. After that, we moved to Salud, Buenos Aires, which was the after meetup, and that we host along with Akash. And we had a lot of people there, and was obviously a more chilled place to have a wine and talk after the event, and was very, very, very good event. And we would travel to Cosmoverse Dubai, and we've been there doing media coverage and in Cosmoverse and also in Hackmos. And in terms of content, and we have been doing along with Keychain an app chain from Cosmos if you don't know them. And it's an app chain of Cosmos that they are based in Medellin, in Colombia. And along with them, we are hosting the Cosmos en Español, La Serie, the series, and which is like more than we have recorded more than 8 episodes and talking about all the things that have been around in Cosmos ecosystem from the beginning. What is Cosmos? Like this chapter that we had Facu from the AA DAO and talking about what is Cosmos and how do you start to build on this ecosystem, and other episodes with very good guests like Cryptocito and many others. So, but what's next? What are we planning to do with this new round? We are building a Web3 knowledge hub for the Atom Economic Zone. We know that we have 3 layers for people to access to this ecosystem that can be and have very different approach. Depends of the audience you are trying to attract. We are very good in creating onboarding guides and DeFi tutorials. So this kind of content will be in this knowledge hub, along with Cosmos Chains documentations and technical courses and workshops to onboard also not only users, also to onboard new builders to the Cosmos ecosystem. And all this content will be in Spanish, obviously, and that means that it will be available for more than 500 million people in 20 countries around the world. To be more specific on what are we going to do, also how we are going to start with trying to attract the builders and audience is we are going to host an AEZ workshop series, so teaching people how to build in Cosmos, and we will have different workshops, online workshops, and like, for example, how do you have to do to set up your own chain, and to teach what is Comet BFT and what is IBC protocol, and how do you have to do it to connect all your chain to other chains, and all that stuff that will be led by our team that we have system engineer working with us. And we also will have a workshop about CosWasm, to how to build your own smart contracts and compatible with Cosmos, with the Cosmos chain. And we are going to have to give an introduction to the ecosystem, and also we will collaborating with Sensei Node, which is one of the biggest infrastructure and projects here in Argentina, and that they are starting to build to have nodes in Cosmos and validators, sorry. And so they also will they will participate, collaborate with us. They will also teach people on how to do that also. As I say, in December there will be another event of at Aleph, and for the people here in Buenos Aires, and trying to attract people from other countries in South America. And we also will be giving an in-person workshop at Aleph on that date. But that's not all. We also having a partnership with Archify, which is an app and that helps users to make better financial decisions. It's not a full Web3 app. It has a very broad audience in Argentina and also in South America, and because they are also building and with the WorldCoin ecosystem, so they are that attract a lot of people to be on board, and they have more than 80K total users with 6K weekly average users. And also in social media, they are growing very fast. They have more than 6,000 followers, and very good other metrics in social media. So that collaborating with them, we will help to onboard new users that maybe they haven't used crypto and in any way. And so we will onboard them to Web3. We also leverage on the social media exposition and make raffles for the Archify community with some Atom tokens. Sorry, and so that will be the first experience to be on board in the Cosmos ecosystem, as to start interact with the different options we have in the Cosmos ecosystem. So Cosmos will connect with real humans by this partnership with Archify. So that's our plans for this quarter, and obviously I am open for any questions, and thank you for your support, Atom Accelerator and DoraHacks.
Amazing. Okay, thank you, Milstein. Yeah, that's great. And welcome back to the AEZ grant round. Good to see you guys again. Great. So let's head over. We have been joined by Dan from Defiant Labs, who will be speaking and representing Cosmos Indexer SDK, another returning grantee. Thanks for jumping on. Dan, have you got a presentation ready?
I do, yeah. Let me just go ahead and share my screen real quick.
Great. So it'd be great to hear about what you guys have been doing since the last round. And don't forget to mention what you're looking to do over the next few months with the funding from this round of the grant.
Sure.
Awesome.
All right. Can everyone see my screen okay?
It looks good.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I'm Dan Bryan with Defiant Labs. We run validators, relayers, and do some public grants software. We built a tool called the Cosmos Indexer SDK last year with a grant from the AA DAO, and we've decided to extend it the past 3 rounds. We weren't in round 1 with DoraHacks to just keep adding features to it, because we see this kind of as a tool that just needs to keep continually being improved and adding more functionality. So basically what it does is it allows any developer to easily index a Cosmos chain. So this allows people to create useful apps. So for example, apps like block explorers, they can benefit from indexing. Tax reporting benefits from indexing. Anything that you want to just track on a blockchain benefits from indexing. So when we initially started this, we kind of identified some challenges with it, where a lot of people were all trying to write their own indexers, and we thought, hey, why don't we just create a generic one that allows people to just customize their indexers, and then they can focus more on building the application business logic for whatever problem. Yes.
Sorry to jump in. Could you full screen it? Will that work?
Yeah, probably.
Or present just a little bit small. I'm worried about the viewers might not be able to see all the detail.
Try presenter view. Is that better?
Yeah, is that okay? Can you still see your notes and everything?
I can, yeah.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, looks good.
Okay, cool. Yep. So yeah, the main challenges when you're dealing with on-chain data are just right here. So processing and updating data in real time. So there's lots of blocks always getting produced, sometimes multiple blocks per second. So you need to have a tool that has the ability to do things like parallelization and keep track of the different states, the different block events, transactions, messages, all that kind of stuff. And then accessing and querying. So like when you're trying to ask the blockchain a specific question, where you might be like, hey, I want to know what was my balance of Atom at this block height. And then, yeah, and then just how to scale it to multiple chains. All right, so the key features of the tech that we built. The first thing you do is you define the data you care about. What this looks like is you might just say like, hey, I only care about governance votes. I don't care what else went on the chain. I just want to know every time someone used the governance vote, whether it was voting yes, voting no, voted no with veto, everything. And so you would just define that as the data that you care about. You would then use our SDK. You would create a configuration for an RPC. So if you have your own RPC node, you can use that. Or if you need like a professional one, you could like reach out to someone like Defiant who could like host an RPC for you that you could request data from. That's the second step, is requesting the data from the RPC. And we make methods very easy for that. And then, yeah, our tool goes out to the RPC, goes through all the events, transactions, messages, and pulls it back in to your application so that you can use just that data to visualize. All right, and this is kind of the same thing right there. So this is really one of the first apps that we built on the Cosmos Indexer. So it's just a simple web page that kind of tracks exactly what I was talking about. We said, hey, we only care about votes, and we only care about votes on a specific proposal. So you can see right here, we are tracking how much Atom was voted, what day the votes came in, what vote option that they chose, and we just graph it out. So it allows you to do projects like this. This was a very quick project to create using the indexer. I think it was about 20 hours of development to build this full app, including the website itself too, not just the backend request using the SDK. So we make it very, very simple to build applications based on data. All right, this is some of the more technical aspects of it. We did a really deep technical dive last time in round 3, so I want to kind of keep this one more high level and keep it open to questions in case people want to do something interactive. So I'll go ahead and I'll link to the video where my developer talks about this. I'm also not prepared to go into that. All right. Yeah, so the main thing that we're trying to do right now as far as improvements go is adding more modules. So as you know, there's lots of chains that are out there, more chains coming. Chains do things their own way, whether it be through doing their own Cosmos SDK modules or whether it's just through using like CosmWasm contracts. So really what we want to focus on is adding more support for the features people care about. So if there is a smart contract that people are using to do different DeFi primitives, or whether there's like a new chain out there, this all happens in the Cosmos Indexer modules. A lot of chains share common definitions, things like how they send digital assets, how they transfer them between blockchains, how they vote. A lot of that stuff's common, but other chains have things that are very unique and only apply to that chain. And that usually involves a research effort on our part and custom development. And yeah, that's really where we would like to focus. So right now we're in round 4. So far we have raised $2,000 in round 2 and $2,000 in round 3. We're looking to do the same thing for round 4. And we will just continue to keep adding more improvements around these custom chain modules. Our initial goal when we started in round 2 was we would like to try to get to 60,000 total. And that includes all of these aspects. I think there was around 36,000 total for development. And then we also wanted to start talking more publicly about this tool and getting developers to use it. So we thought doing some online workshops where we just spend a full day with people showing them how to build an application using our technology. And then also the final 10,000 just to provide 100 hours of support to developers. And this slide's a little dated because I wrote this back in round 2, but yeah, this would extend, that would extend to 2025 as soon as I just heard a message that the recording stopped.
Yeah, not sure why. I think it looks like Lynn has left, who was streaming it. Let's
Want me to keep going or?
just keep going. Yeah, and I'll just double check what's going on.
Yeah, all right. Oh, yep, looks like we're almost done anyways. Okay, so yeah, why should you support this initiative? Mainly if you think there's cool applications out there and you use blockchains to do things like tax reporting, or if you're a developer and you want to write an application that needs to be displayed. Oh, yeah, let me just go ahead and rewind so this is captured by the recording. Yeah, so we were on this slide and we just talked about our funding goals. And now we're talking about why to support this initiative. So the main thing is, if you care about, as a user, if you care about things like tax reporting, or as a developer, if you care about like creating applications to display data visually, that's exactly what this tool is used for. So it's an open source SDK framework written in Golang that anyone can import and quickly write an application to provide data visually to users. Anyways, if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Dan. And congratulations, I suppose, to both of you for making it to the successful grantees shortlist for this round. This is round 4. Just a reminder to anyone that isn't familiar with the AEZ grant program. It's a long-term funding program for public good projects and app chains in the Cosmos ecosystem, backed by Cosmos Hub, AA DAO, and Dora Factory. And we're currently in the stage where you can get involved. It's over to you in the community to make your voice heard and choose which projects from the shortlist that we have are your favorites, and then they'll be ranked in order and receive a portion of the prize pools, which for this round again is 8K Atom and 31K USDC. So if you have Atom and you'd like to contribute to the quadratic funding round, you can head over to DoraHacks.io/AEZ and donate Atom to your favorite projects. And then for the Macy round, which is the USDC prize pool, anyone who's an Atom staker is automatically whitelisted on any validator. You're automatically whitelisted. So head over to dorahacks.io/AEZ and yeah, make your voice heard. You have voice credits waiting for you to cast your votes. Thanks, Dan and Milstein, once again. There's another session today in an hour and a half. That's at 3 p.m. UTC with the next batch of grantees. So stay tuned for that, everyone in the audience. And then anything you'd like to say just before we close out, Milstein?
No, thank you for having us.
Okay. And Dan?
Yeah, thanks for having us. And if you want to check out our indexer, it's at github.com/defiantlabs/Cosmos Indexer SDK. And then all of our links are linked on our build page on the DoraHacks website. So definitely go check it out, vote for the projects that you like, and thank you for your support.
Yeah, great. And just a reminder, the build pages for La Multisig, Cosmos Indexer, and all the other projects that we have in the grant program will be in the comments for the relevant demo day live stream. So check them out. And obviously they're all listed at dorahacks.io/AEZ as well. Today we've had 2 very different projects, but they're both really good examples of why this funding program is so important to support these public good projects in the Cosmos ecosystem. They're building out and providing such utility for the ecosystem. So really great stuff. Thanks, guys, both for joining, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.